Ladies and gentlemen, and Padre controversial fan page fans, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Local Love, presented by Emo Brown, the media group, brought to you by, in parts from, Microwave Network. For all of your adaptogenic morning revitalization needs, make sure you tap into the Microwave Network. Order up your Teamsters. These things will change your life, your perspective on living, and all of the things in between. Big up. Wah. Big up Carl D. Big up those chocolates that they gave us, bro. Show. They gave me those chocolates, the dark chocolates that allegedly increase your memory.
It would decrease my life if I ate those.
Why? What would happen?
They're strawberry. I'm deathly allergic. So
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to take the time and send something to BJ, make sure you send him some strawberries.
Edible arrangements.
I'll make sure he wraps them around his neck, dude. So it's like you're like a vampire allergic to garlic. If I rolled up like Buffy with a necklace made of strawberries, that's a wrap with you, huh?
That is the wrap.
Woo!
Chocolate covered.
Joining us today is an owner of one of the most controversial Padres pages that you will ever encounter on the Instagram and the social media webs. Ladies and gentlemen, estamos aquí con Humberto, alias El Humby, owner of Padres Raza memes on Instagram. Getting so close to Padre season, I wanted to bring him in so he can tell us all about the wonderful world of memes. Humberto, bienvenido, dog.
Yeah, como andamos, Raza? Thanks for having me here, man.
Bro,
Appreciate
this is your home, dog. I know you're from Escondido and you need a passport to come down here, but this is your home. Whenever you want to cruise it, this is it, bro.
I come in down here all the time. Like
How often are you down here?
Because when I go to the Padres games, I used to have season tickets, so it'd be a commute, like especially during the week with traffic.
Yeah, but is there a lot of traffic coming south from North County, or am I tripping? Okay.
Yeah, especially around like rush hour, like when people get off of work. But I mean,
damn, you gave up your season tickets, bro.
I mean, I have a kid now. You have to make sacrifices, you know?
That's not I'll sacrifice a kid before I give up my fucking season tickets, bro.
You got good seats.
Shit, I got real good seats. It took forever to get those seats. We both love the Padres.
Yep.
Like, as a disease almost.
It is, man. Like, to me, baseball's life. Like, I've been playing baseball my whole life, and just when I stopped playing, like, it felt like something was part of me that was gone. But, like, now, like, the Padres it's all I have, basically, you know? So, like, I live and die with the Padres every season. Last season, how it ended, it was rough, man.
Oh, man, why you gotta bring a bullshit? That hurts, bro.
I went through depression, but like...
all the stages.
The 5 stages of grief I went through.
There, dude. Oh,
but,
no,
yeah, we're finally on stage 5.
Yeah?
So we're
time to reset. Time to reset and get heartbroken all over again, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Tell us a little bit about Padres Raza memes, bro.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, like I just was collecting memes on the internet, on Twitter or whatever, and then I didn't have anywhere to post them, so I was just posting on my own personal Instagram, and then my own family started muting me. So like, I have a lot of family that are Dodger fans, but like,
and where do they live?
Escondido, everywhere. Like,
that's
basically
a fucking disease, bro.
Yeah,
having family, we suffer from the same disease apparently. You and I, Humberto. I have a bunch of cousins who live here, Chula Vista, National City, not Los Angeles, bro. They don't live in LA.
And what's the reason why they're Dodger fans?
My abuelita.
They all say Fernando Valenzuela.
And that's the reason. Yeah, I mean, that's a gateway drug. R.I.P. El Toro. Big fan of everything he did for the Mexicans in Major League Baseball. But he created my cousins into fucking Dodger fans who come from National City. My grandma, my nana, también R.I.P. They're from Mexicali, but they're hardcore L.A. Dodger fans. And I was always hardcore L.A. San Diego Padres, and I would get harassed being the only fucking Padre fan in the family, to the point I would like cry defending my team, dude. ¡Cállense el hocico! Este equipo se la rifa, vale verga ustedes! And then just like I would get heated, bro, defending my team.
But we had nothing to defend.
Nothing, bro. We had Jack Clark at first base. I was getting harassed by my abuelita and all my fucking cousins, and they were like, hey, talking shit, and I was like, fuck. They have a point. Jack Clark is our fucking first baseman, dude. Bip Roberts is our second baseman. Those were the thin era of players back then. We had nothing. But yeah, man, I always like held the line. And now that finally we have glimmer of hope and higher expectations, now it's time to ride. And now it's time to fucking turn the clock on them, and then they win the fucking World Series, and they don't shut the fuck up, dude. Why you got to talk about the Dodgers, Humberto? It's about you, dog.
I mean, that's what we need to beat, man. They're the Ivan Drago to us right now, man. Like, it's not that we're obsessed over them, but
they're not a machine.
Everything goes through LA, and you have to beat them. So, like, I think the team is catered to defeat them in the playoffs. They're not a regular season team, but
you don't have to be.
They don't have to be.
Nah.
You don't need 5 starters. I mean, for the playoffs, you need like maybe
Three
3, 4,
solid.
3, 4, but you just need inning eaters to get you there. But
Yeah.
like, look what happened in 23. We didn't get there. Mm-hmm. And like we came up short. How much they went? Like 15, 16 games in a row at the end, but it was too
and
late.
it was like a game short.
was
And it
too
was
late.
again, and I remember, damn, we're fucking nerds. I remember they lost a game against Arizona earlier in the season, that season, and they were up like 5-1 in the 6th or 7th inning, and they shit the bed and they gave up that game. And it ends up that game is what propelled the Diamondbacks to take it to the next level, and they made it to the playoffs.
and they beat the Dodgers. They swept the Dodgers.
And ultimately, they made their World Series
That was
run.
supposed to be us.
Nah, it should have been us, bro. It should have been us, but it never is, bro. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Respectfully, I don't know what that means, but I feel like it makes sense there. Padres Raza memes.
Yep. I don't even know how I came up with
You're
the
gonna
name.
get canceled, fool.
I'm already canceled.
Yeah,
I've been
well,
canceled a
His
few
family
times.
canceled him.
My family canceled me. I'm canceled on Twitter.
You're canceled on Twitter, dude.
They don't like me on Twitter.
Dude,
man.
Elon said that Twitter's for everybody.
No, they don't like
Puro
me on Twitter.
pedo.
Freedom of speech unless you're
Padres
talking
fans
about
don't like me on
Padres.
Twitter.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
What is it that you post on there? Well, bring up his page, BJ. Let's go to his Instagram page. Let's see what we can follow. Padres Raza memes. Look at that. 18,000 followers. That is awesome. The most controversial Padres meme page on Instagram. Memes for diehard Padre fans. Spicier than your tia's chisme. Ooh,
Can't
more.
confirm. Look at this one.
Why do you hate Mario Lopez, dog? What did he do to you?
I mean, he's playful. He goes along with it,
Does he?
which I admire. Like at first, like when my first account got suspended, I'm like, okay, there's certain words you can't say, but if you're playful, and then you'll get a reaction at him. So like he's messaged me a few times, like, oh, that's funny, this and that. But like, I don't know. He's like the poster boy of people from San Diego who are Dodger fans.
Chula Vista, bro. That one hurts the most.
There's like these pictures on the Chula Vista Hall of Fame for sports. I don't know what he did. Like wrestling.
He
or
was a
something?
wrestler. Yeah, he was
And
a
they have his
wrestler.
Didn't just play
Letterman's
one on
jacket.
TV.
No, a thespian, dog. There's a channel, and all they showed, at least yesterday, all they showed was Saved by the Bell shows all fucking day. I was doing
Oh, you were in
laundry.
heaven.
Dude, I was folding my clothes, and I was watching the episode where Screech is tutoring Kelly Kapowski in science.
R.I.P. Screech.
R.I.P. Screech. And Kelly Kapowski falls in love with Screech, dude. And Pinchy Zach and AC Slater are all butthurt over it, dude. Amazing. Great times. Still no excuse to make fun of a local treasure, dog. Unreal.
Do people defend him here?
Nah, fool. Nobody defends him, bro. I feel like no.
Crossed the line.
Yeah, nobody defends him. You could do a lot of shit and get away with it. You know, you can do pretty much anything you want in San Diego
see his mural?
and get forgiven. Yes, I will talk about that one. But as soon as you go to LA and convert into a Dodger fan, I feel like that is the forbidden fruit. You do not come back from that. You do not come back from that. I mean, what mural? Tell us a little bit about it.
I saw a mural, and I don't know who did it, but they
Ground
basically
floor murals.
ground floor.
Yeah.
They scratched out his teeth,
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah.
I think also Ground Floor Murals doesn't like me because I called them out when they
did?
played
Go
the
ahead.
Phillies. You know when they played the Phillies?
Yeah, yeah.
They made a mural before
Fanatic.
the series even started.
Uh-huh.
Basically, us knocking out the Philly Fanatic, and everything happened what happened, and after that, like.
The fuck does the mascot have to do with the Padres losing, though? I think I'll blame the bats. I'll blame the arms. Who do we blame? You know who I blame that series? ¿Cómo se llama el pinche pitcher that we ended up like just getting rid of? The long hair.
Clevenger?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Mike
he
Clevenger.
shit the bed.
He shit the bed, bro. Who else? Fucking Sean
Manea.
Sean Manea, dog. He shit
hate
the
that guy.
bed. Those guys are the guys who ruined that season series right there, that series in the playoffs.
I cried.
Not ground floor murals, not poor little Paul and poor little Cena, who are out there just, flexing their artistic muscles, trying to tell a story.
ups, friends of the show.
Friends of the show. You fucked up talking about them, dog.
I think people like me because I call out people.
Yeah, out of you, bro. No, I mean, you have to.
You have to.
They got a lot of hate from that. I remember they came in and they were
were a little nervous
they were
about
like,
it.
They're like, I don't know, should we talk about that? Because at the brewery, Three Ponqueos, in Chula Vista, across the street is where they did the mural where they scratch out his teeth, and eventually they just painted over Mario Lopez and they put a dog. Remember?
As you should.
And we had fucking Jorge Alfaro was on the back side of the brewery. They painted a
took him off
mural.
too.
Yeah. And he's like, what do you think, dude? Take him off. I said, why? What are you gonna put on there? He's like, I'm gonna put Fernando Tatis for 420 because that's his first game back after suspension and getting hurt. And I said, oh, hey, bro.
We still miss Alfaro. That's the thing. Like they should have kept the Alfaro mural up.
Yeah, I get you, but there was deficiencies in that bat, bro. He either gave us a game-winning hit well, he gave us a fucking headache. He didn't do it. There was a reason they benched him the whole playoff series.
I'm curious as to why they benched him. I think there's something deeper behind that because, I mean, he was healthy, but he was just
Valia Weenie.
the whole series, not one at bat the whole series.
But who threw out the first pitch last year in the NLCS, dog?
was
Or not
him.
NLDS, pardon. That was him, Mr. Alfaro, dude.
The Raza still loves, everyone loves
Oh,
Alfaro.
dude, if you go on stage and you just say, "Let's fucking go, San Diego," immortalized.
And what's his walk-up song? What was his walk-up song?
Fuck, I don't remember. What was it?
Era El Rey. Vicente
Sigo siendo el
Fernández.
rey. Neta. Don Vicente Fernández, que en paz descanse también. Yeah, fool, that he was paisa straight from Colombia.
Yep.
He was one of us, bro. And people loved him because he came through in the big situations. So ground floor murals blessed him with a mural on the back of the brewery. And I was like, fuck yeah. And it says, "Let's fucking go San Diego." People were shitting on that mural.
They got mad 'cause it said,
because I said, well, it didn't. He scratched out the U or something and it says, "Let's fucking go San Diego" without the U. And people were like, "Oh my God, it's a family area." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's literally in the alley."
Behind a brewery.
Yeah,
by a
hey,
dumpster.
watch your mouth, guy. All right, behind a world-class brewery.
That's true.
Sir.
I bring my child there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we tell you not to, and you still do it anyway.
We'll stop selling lollipops.
And then what happened is he hit me. I was like, "Hey, fool, what do you think? Fucking replace some Alfaro?" And I was like, "Do what you got to do, dog." He's like, "What'll the reaction will be?" I was like, "Who fucking cares? Do it or don't."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm with you. Why ride or die with whatever you choose?" And he did it, and it was 420 and todo el pedo. Everybody, but Tatis's family came out and took pictures in front of that mural.
Isn't there more than one Tatis mural?
There is the official mural that they did out in OB.
Yeah.
And then he did this one down here at the brewery. And I don't know, he wants to do another one there. I said, "Do what you got to do."
So
dog."
Tatis family went out by the dumpster to go look at that mural?
They moved the dumpster down. They moved the dumpster over. Everybody who comes, because the dumpster is literally right in front of the bottom portion of the Tatis mural. So people will come in. It's hard now because they've built like condos behind the brewery. So it's there's not a lot of passageway there. But they move it and they come and take. And then they send me pictures like, "Hey, look, dude, Tatis's family's behind the brewery taking pictures of the mural." I was like, "I know it's kind of hood right there, but whatever." It was awesome. Alfaro took a picture in front of his with his mom. So it's pretty cool. So I told him, "Shit, dog. Put a fucking mural of Britney Spears. Maybe she'll come down here and she'll take a picture in front of the mural."
I just feel like you need to have a good enough reason for a mural. You can't put a mural for everything.
Okay, who do you not like currently that has a mural?
I can't think of any right now.
Okay,
but
so
like,
for right now they're all good.
but they're all good. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
like for any occasion, like are they? What makes something worthy of a mural? That's what I'm trying to say.
Being epic, being awesome.
Like an epic memory or something.
At the warehouse at the Elwood. We own a bar called the Elwood, and I was telling Paul of Ground Floor Murals. I say, "Hey, fool, Benito Santiago," and he was like, "Yeah, for real." I was like, "Do Benito Santiago," and we were working on that one for a couple of years, just kind of figuring out where to put him, how to put him, todo el pedo, and eventually it all came to fruition. And I said, "Benito the God, fool, like put like un ramito around his head, like a crown of
They
thorns."
made one of
Yeah,
Benito?
dude, pull that motherfucker up if you got.
Is it him throwing from his knees?
No, it's a baseball card image. So
Oh.
it's the one where I think it's like the 1988 tops, where he's just kind of like looking up like this, but he has like the little fucking crown of thorns around his head. And people
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
"Hey, that's sacrilegious!" Like Benito the God, bro. Did you find it?
No.
You suck, BJ.
Because that's what he was known for, throwing from his knees.
Throwing
Like,
from
it was
his
people I
knees,
hadn't seen
bro.
that before, and it was like, it's crazy.
Diaz right now throws people out from his knees.
I haven't really seen him.
No, horrible Padre fan, dog. What do you think the Padres are gonna do this year? Let's get into that.
Win the World Series, man.
In serio?
You have to believe.
Okay, would you
Because-
put money on it?
Hey, I don't gamble, but if
No?
you take me to Vegas, I'll put money on the Padres win the World Series.
How much would you put on him?
$1,000?
Calm down, bro. That's season tickets.
I,
You're gonna have your
I
season
want
tickets.
season tickets for next year. I need
Yeah?
to make money.
Fuck,
That's why
it's-
I'm taking this page seriously now.
Okay.
Because
I mean, tell us.
because before, like, I was just shitting around, talking shit, this and that, and then I took my break because, like I said, like my son was born, and then when I came back, it was like right before the playoff last season, and in that 2-week stretch, I got I think like 8,000 followers in 2
Okay.
weeks, and I'm like people are starting to notice, and that's when I'm like, I need to start taking this more seriously.
You were
like,
pumping content out, bro.
I was pumping content. I discovered AI. So like that was like the first time me using AI, writing a paragraph long, put a descriptive like this and that. So it was like a new tool that I could use.
Very nice. So you started coming back from it last year prior to playoffs.
Yeah.
And you made it happen. That was a good series to break it happen.
I mean, seeing them play with the Dodgers, I think it was like highest level of baseball I've seen in a long time. Like even that he said after the fact, like looking back, he's proud of that series because both teams showed like this is what the highest level of baseball can be. And like it sucks that the both teams are in the same division.
Yeah.
Like I would have said if the Padres would have played a 7-game series instead of a 5-game series, I don't think they would have shut us out for like 2 more games.
It was 24 innings, fool. That was a long shutout. And people are gonna hate me for this one, but I am a gambler.
You are?
I like betting. It's fun. It's the best. There's second to my children being born. There's nothing more exhilarating than laying a bet and watching it hit. That being said, you always got to hedge your bets. So as soon as the Padres won the second game, and I was like, you know what?
10-0 or what was like the blowout? in
Yeah,
LA?
I was like, yo, we're gonna win one game at Petco, and these motherfuckers are gonna lose the series. I know my Padres, bro. I know how they fucking play. I know how it's the curse.
It was setting up to be the same thing as the other year, but we didn't have Joe Musgrove.
We didn't have Musgrove there. We lost them against the Braves. It was just, I just knew. And I dropped a bunch of money on the Dodgers at that point. And yeah, bro, I did. I'm a piece of shit like that. And hey, fuck it, dude.
Money's money, right?
Yeah, money's money, fool. Joe Musgrove ain't going to pay my bills.
It's kind of like when you play craps.
Yeah.
Like you play the role so that everyone loses, but
You're
you win.
betting on everyone else to fail. And I just saw it, dude. It was like, oh, these motherfuckers, they busted right here. They're not going to do it again. They're not
When
going to come
Profar
back.
missed that robbing the home run in Petco, like the same thing he did
The
game
same
2. I'm
thing he
like,
did in
something's wrong
Chavez
here. They did
Ravine.
brujeria on us.
You think so?
Yeah.
Saquen los huevos.
I have a conspiracy theory. I feel like the Dodgers sacrificed Fernando Valenzuela for that 24 inning scoreless.
Damn, why you doing that shit, homie? They're gonna come after you.
They already have.
They already have. Fernando Valenzuela is an epic reason to be a Dodger fan if you're in LA.
Yeah.
Or if you live in, Jalisco.
Fernando Mania.
But we live in San Diego, bro. I love Fernando Valenzuela. I was happy when he came and pitched for the Padres, and he was a very successful fucking career he had with the Padres as well. But fuck, dude. You can't be a Dodger fan if you're from San Diego. I don't know, man. But my cousins are, and more power to them. I love them. But fuck, dude. This motherfucker got my middle kid. At that point, I think he was 7 or 8. And my little kid loves the Dodgers because of my cousin, Josh Outman. His fucking little PlayStation handle is Outman Blue Outman Dodger 35, some shit.
Bleeds blue.
Una madre sí. And then he bought him a hat, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was like, mijo, I'm going to tell you right now. You can wear your hat. You can come to Petco Park with your hat. But I'm going to tell you this. If they start heckling you,
Bullying you.
giving you a hard time,
I will join them.
yo no te voy a defender, mijo.
You deserve it.
I said, you're going to have to fucking earn that fucking hat and that little fucking verbal slaying here, dude. If it gets out of hand, I met up. If they're talking shit to me, like, hey, you want to wear that? He never wore the hat to Petco. He took it. He got as close as like get into the parking lot, and we were playing the Dodgers, and he's like, I remember it was a Sunday game, and it was all four of me and my 3 boys, and we're like, Dad, I'm gonna wear my Dodger hat. I said, mijo, haz lo que quieras, güey. Ya te dije. If they're making fun of you, bro,
He's brave.
it's on you. Nah, not that brave. He wore it in the car with us on the way over there, and he got there. And he's like, I'm gonna take it off. And
But I noticed people wear the blue Padre hat sometimes. Like when you go to Dodger Stadium, they don't wear the brown. They wear the old blue one to fit in.
Not us, bro. See, I'm ignorant. I'm very ignorant, and I roll with a group of very ignorant Padre fans. Los vale pito. Been there, done that.
Same.
I don't think I'll go back to Chavez Ravine. I've done it. I've been there. We've been escorted out by security. Fucking
Seems to be a theme there.
building a little fucking protective wall between us and all the Dodger fans that fucking hated us, bro. I had my brother-in-law, El Compa Sean, friend of the show, big ass Sean. What's up?
big up.
We went to watch the Padres play when Ruben Rivera was the left fielder. We were sitting down the third base line, and we sucked. We're not a good team. We're bad, dog. It is what it is. We were not good, but he was like, we were there wearing our Trevor Hoffman jersey, old school, ugly ass white with blues. This is like literally early 2000s, whatever. And
Back when we were like beach themed.
yeah, the sand, bro,
ooh.
hella ugly. But we wore the white ones. The
We don't
old
talk about
school.
that era.
Yeah.
We do not talk about that era. And I remember being out there, and I remember cheering, and everybody talking shit to us because the Padres were losing. Shocker, we're losing. It's like the fucking 7th inning. We're losing by a couple runs. Sean goes up to the bathroom or whatever. Everyone's boo-boo throwing shit at him. And I was like, fuck, how are you going to get out of here? Well, at least we're going to lose. Like, pedo. Nah, these fuckers came back in the 8th inning. Yeah, or in the 9th
catching
inning,
that
bro.
trash and throwing it back.
Dude, no.
Were you cheering?
Lesson learned, though. They came back in the 9th inning, and we're like, ah, huevo, woo. We stood up, and we're like, that's right, whatever, just talking our shit. Being like, oh, this is fun. Banter going back and forth. They're not going to do anything to us. They come out, fucking Trevor Hoffman, 1, 2, 3, off-speed kills kind of shit, dude. Puro pinche cambio. And then one of the security guards, hey,
Hey.
just so you know, there's people waiting up there for you guys. We're going to walk you guys out to your car. And I was like, yeah, please, can you?
That security guard's a real one for telling you.
La neta que sí, bro. What I love.
Must have been a Padres fan.
This is what I love about
Other
Chavez
security
Ravine,
guards
though.
would have let you just.
Oh, fucking let this fucker learn.
Hey, there's free hot dogs outside.
Yeah. So, what I love about Chavez Ravine, there's not much to love, dude. Chavez Ravine it's a cool, old school, classic stadium. Pero no está bonito, güey. And
That's why
especially
they kicked out the Mexicans.
agreed. You know, that's a whole different episode. But you're welcome back and talk about whenever you're ready, bro. There's books, there's documentaries on that shit, bro. But most
studied
Dodger
that
fans,
when I was in school.
the most Padre fans or Dodger fans are like this. Ay, no pasó. It happened. You know, but it is what it is. One thing I do like about Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium, they fucking sold glass caguamas there, bro. Real shit.
At the stadium?
That's
At the
trust.
stadium, bro. At the stadium. Glass caguamas. They don't give them to you, obviously.
Oh.
But they crack them.
pour it.
And they pour it. And I was like, dude, Pacifico? In a caguama?
Ballena?
Ballenits? No fue ballena. No fue ballena. Fue la caguama. It was a 32-ouncer. Ballena is a 64-ouncer.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, just like half a gallon of fucking juice, bro.
Been there, done that.
Fucking half a gallon of juice. And I was like, this is sick. Dodger dogs, whack. Nothing like a Friar Frank, homie. It is what it is. But that was fun. Never again. My kids want to do the whole tour. Like, this is the year we're starting it. I said, this is the year, mijo. We're all, because I have 3 little boys, and now they're all Padre fans. He had a little addiction to the Dodgers, but we, send him to rehab. Regresó como
You sorted
campeón.
that out.
Yeah, we sorted that out real quick. Now his favorite fucking player is Jackson Merrill. So now we got to go to all the stadiums, and I was telling him, I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to go to the Dodger Stadium again. We'll probably go when it's like against the Guardians or some shit, or the Twins interleague
Nada
play.
que ver.
Nada que ver con el equipo para que no los caguen el palo. I'll still wear my Padre hat. Fool. I wreck that shit all the time.
What pisses me off is when people go to wear their Dodger gear and they're not even like Petco and they're not even playing the Dodgers.
All the time.
That's a simple case of lacking attention at home, and they really want attention at the game. Like, why
call
are
that
you
acting
They
out.
want attention.
Why are you wearing your Mookie Betts jersey when it's the Padres against the Cardinals and it's fucking June 8th on
Making
a
a
Wednesday
statement.
day game, dog?
Statements.
Wednesday day game
just asking
at
for it.
Petco. ¿Quieres atención, güey? Te lo vamos a dar. Fuck you, Dodgers. Go. There's nothing better than watching like those skirmishes happen at the stadium. I
Oh,
just
I love
sit
that.
back and I'm like,
People send me those videos and I have to post them. I don't know if it's just me, but I like watching those fight videos.
yeah, bro. I've said before I knew you, and that was the first time meeting you. Before I actually like reached you out via DM, I remember just always tagging you and shit and sending videos like, hey, wait, watch esta madre.
Because no one else wants to post it. I feel like I'm the only one that wants to post the fight videos. I'm like, hey, this is
That's real
entertaining to
shit?
me.
Shit, dude. I remember I sent you one. There was this fool, and it was the Padres against the fucking Giants or some
Yeah.
shit. No, maybe it was. I don't know. When did Tatis steal home? Tatis had stolen.
2023.
But was it against the Dodgers or was
no,
it?
I think it was like the Giants.
It
or
was the
something,
Giants.
yeah.
This one was wearing like must have been like around, I don't know, he was wearing green Dodger gear, like a green Dodger shirt and a green Dodger hat. And he was sitting a couple rows in front of me, and I started recording him.
You knew something was gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I just
The
knew. I was
build-up.
like, what is this weenie doing wearing like
not even
green
St.
Dodger?
Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
it's not. And it was like green Dodger gear at Petco, and they're not even fucking playing. It's the Giants, blah, blah, blah. So Tatis steals home. And this will just like, yeah, you're going crazy, just cheering. I was like, look at this motherfucker. He forgot who his team is for a
I
second.
remember that video. He was like so excited.
He was
like,
hella excited. I was like, este güey le vale pito. All of a sudden, he's a Padre fan, dude.
Jerseys and shit are expensive.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, oh, and everybody, hey, that's my homie here. That's my friend. He's not happy. I was like, vale verga. I don't give a shit. You know, keep that shit up, bro. What is the proper way to get a video to you to post it? Just via
just
DM?
tag me, and then I'll screen record, or if you want, send me the whole video. I'll just post it. People like seeing that. That's how I got featured on TMZ Sports.
What?
I got I don't know which fight video it was, but like I guess people like that, and they people send it to someone else, and then I guess TMZ put me on their website at Padres Raza memes, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this shit on my resume.
I was retweeted by TMZ Sports. I say, wait, dude. What has been the most controversial? Let's start with the most viewed meme that you've posted.
Well, I think when I first started getting recognition, I was like the first one that leaked the City Connects.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how it came about, but this guy DM'd me. He's like, hey, this was before they announced them. It's like, hey, I know what the City Connects look like. And I'm like, no, you don't. It's like, yeah, my homie works at the team store. I'm like, let me see. So he sent me a picture of the uniforms, and I'm like, should I post this or not? Like I had like a crossroads moment. I'm like, should I post it? If I don't post it, someone else is gonna post it. So I'm like, fuck it. I just posted it, but I put my watermark on the picture so people knew that it came from me. Then I get a DM later. I'm like, hey man, take that down. I'm gonna get fired from my job. This and that. Cause
The guy who sent it to you?
his homie, because he worked at the team store, and I guess they were doing a crackdown on like who sent this picture to like whatever, and like I guess.
But was any of information of his like on the fucking photo?
No.
So why is he tripping, dog?
I don't know, but like I guess they got mad at me because I posted it.
Padres got mad at you?
They DM me.
What did they say?
They say like, can you please put this down?
What's it worth to you?
It was embargoed.
What's it worth to you, bro?
Like this item's embargoed currently or something. I don't know what they said, and I took that screenshot and I posted it, but like I took it down. And I feel like that's why the Padres don't like me.
Really?
Like my dream job, I want to work for the Padres.
Doing what?
Yeah.
Getting canceled? The fuck you want to do with the Padres?
Taking the heat.
Anything, man. But like I feel like just because of that incident or whatever, I feel like this guy no.
Well, they could control the narrative if they have you on there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'll tell the stories. Because you highlight cool shit, bro. Like everybody at home is thinking of it. Like, oh, este pedo, que pedo. But you're just out there actually posting it.
The Eminem of sports memes.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
And
You're
like,
out there doing.
it's a story, man. Like I watch the game, I analyze it. This is how I view the game, and this me regurgitating it back to an audience in a funny way.
You're the Jerry Coleman of creating fucking controversial memes for the Padres, bro.
Yeah,
that's intense. that's intense shit, bro. What has been, I guess. You were talking earlier about getting a lot of attention during the politician years, the politics season.
Oh yeah, especially this past election, man. I don't know, like I don't shy away from politics. I feel like people that talk about politics is because I feel like you're not informed or you don't like controversy or you don't like going back and forth with someone. But like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with it. And then I remember just like, okay, today's election day. People try to avoid talking about this. Let's just have fun with it.
Let's go all in.
Let's just go all in. And I was just making memes of like Selena with the lady that killed Selena. Yolanda. And Yolanda was Latinos for Trump, and then so much hate. And if you think about it, a lot of the Padres players, they're very conservative. Manny Machado
they got money, bro.
Straight up Trumper from Florida.
They got money.
So like, I don't know, like I post about it, and then just that one day, you see your insights. And what was the election day? November 4th, November 6th. I just see this huge dip down going like, like probably lost like 500 followers or something like that day. Yeah, but I don't mind. I don't care.
I'll double down.
it was like a cleansing or a purge of people. Like, hey, if you don't like this stuff, if you can't take a joke, then probably my page is not for you.
Do people slide into your DMs talking shit or what? Look at there it is.
All the time,
Latinos for Trump, dog. Hey, you even put her head sideways pa que sepan, dog. My beady bomb is tingly. Yo, many grunge writes. So go back. Let's highlight some of these weenies, bro. Many grunge writes. Keep it baseball.
She's wearing a Padres hat.
It's crazy how many minorities are voting for Trump this time around compared to 2015. Supporting they, them is crazy. 45, 47. Damn. Blows my mind that people are still voting for Trump. Really speaks volumes for the character. Go Harris. Why politics, vato? Damn, el compa Herrera se agüitó, dude. No más nada. Not correct. Please stick to Padres baseball. It's more becoming. What do you tell these people right now? This is your opportunity to go tell them to fuck off.
Hey man, it's like baseball is a long season. Like there's a lot of ups and downs. It's a game of failure. Like you have to find a way to get a laugh out of something to I guess to get by. And the season was over. The Padres were eliminated, and like I didn't really have much content to post.
The season's over. I'm fucking going for broke now, bro.
I'm taking the ship down with me.
Todos van a caer, bro. But it's true. It's a game of failure, bro. This is like the one sport where if you literally have 30%, an F grade, you're a Hall of Famer hitting 300, dude. That's crazy.
It's a mental game.
It's a mental game.
You can be the fastest.
I'm a Hall of Famer in algebra, then.
You're a Hall of Famer in life, BJ. We all love you, bro. 3 out of 10 shows you have are actually good.
That's right.
Oh, man. So what's next for you with the page? What do we want to do? How do we monetize this shit?
I'm trying to take this seriously, man.
Are you trying to take it seriously?
I'm taking this seriously. I'm not.
Yolanda for Trump says otherwise, dude.
I'm messing around.
Well, now he's coming after these guys.
Starts.
Güey, le vas bajando de hueva cagándole el palo a mi SDFC, compa. Puto.
I don't feel welcome by them.
Why? What happened?
I'm pro-chant.
Oh, shit.
Pro-chant.
I'm pro-chant.
Well, there's a lot of pro-chant. I'm fucking pro-chant, bro. Well, look at, I'm pro-chant because I know what the fucking word doesn't mean.
I mean, I don't say the word in my everyday.
Not a lot of people do.
What I don't like is white people telling Mexicans what words they can't say in Spanish.
Oh, this motherfucker. No wonder SDFC doesn't like you. You said white people don't like Mexicans, bro. That's crazy. Look, we know what the word means, Humberto.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a derivative of prostituta y prostituto. For me, puto, puta, I don't say them.
There's like 30 meanings to
Yeah. Dude, it's like, forget about it. But in Spanish, I don't say that word. For me, that was like the worst of the worst bad words growing up. And I said every fucking bad word on the culero, pendejo. I don't give a shit. But around my parents, that word, I was always like, ooh, that's a bad word.
But you gotta look at it. Like, why did they bring a team to San Diego? They want the money.
Yeah.
They see how much money La Selección de Mexico generates. They want to cash in on that Hispanic Mexican money. So you want a team with biculture, but you don't want cultures. You don't want to accept everything that comes along with the culture.
Here's the pedo. Is it an offensive word?
Yes.
Is it a homophobic slur?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
If you
On the context?
On the context, yeah.
Is it banned by FIFA to use in matches?
Has it?
It is. So it's like, all right, now you know the parameters. If you're that adamant about screaming this chant at a soccer match, you know what the fucking effects are going to be. You're going to get kicked out of the stadium. They were saying you could potentially get lifetime ban from going to Snapdragon.
But I like how the team handled it.
I agree.
Instead of using this opportunity to show growth and unity, hey, let's be better than this. They basically said, we don't want you. We're going to kick you out.
We know the group of people who are doing this.
Yeah.
You know,
we're going to put more security where all the Mexicans are at, and we're going to keep an eye on them.
Well, breaking news, we're everywhere. You're going to have to secure every row.
I was there Saturday. There was a lot.
There was fucking can't lie. There was a lot of Mexicans. Yes, we're everywhere, fool. And it's crazy. We want you guys, but check your culture. And I talked to a couple of dudes like that are in that circle, and I told them, I said, look, I've been waiting for MLS to have a team in San Diego since MLS was a thing.
Yeah.
And I was able to like completely like, appreciate what it is. Oh, bueno mames. I grew up watching Manchester United when I was like 8 years old on Prime Ticket, dude.
No Liga MX?
I don't want to talk shit, but not too much, you know? Yeah. When the Cholos came, I was like, all right, cool. It's closer. I can actually go to the match and go watch a match there. I couldn't go to Guadalajara, Chivas, and watch a match there, you know? It's like, whatever. It wasn't for me. So I grew up watching Manchester United. If I'm going to watch a team or a league that I feel is like top-notch, English Premier League is the shit, dude. La Liga in Spain, it's the shit. Those guys are just like top-tier athletes, and they're doing their thing. So I grew up watching that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is my shit. But then it was like, oh, there's a chance that we can have a team in San Diego. I can't wait. And then now we have a team here.
But are they top-tier athletes?
Absolutely, bro. Now more than that. Yeah, absolutely.
I consider the MLS like a AAA.
Better or less than Liga MX?
I mean, if you ask real soccer, I'm not a real soccer fan, so I don't know. But like, you ask people that know, they say that the MLS is surpassing Liga MX.
I agree. Completely agree. Still not my cup of tea. I've gone to like Confederation Cups, League. What is a Liga? Confederation? One of them?
CONCACAF Cup,
Liga, La CONCACAF, all those cups. I've gone to like Caliente down there to the stadium and watch them. They're fucking sick, dude. Like I love that atmosphere. I love the atmosphere. I love our culture and what we bring to games. Fucking a TJ Toro game, bro. Un pinche Toros de Tijuana, un pinche juego ahí. If we can emulate that kind of like ambiance and experience at Petco Park, that's sick. And to the credit of Petco Park and the Padres, they have. Like, I feel like, because I've been a season ticket holder for a long time. I'm going to be married 20 years this August, and I feel like thank you, sir. Big ups to my wife for putting up with my bullshit.
Friend of the show.
She's canceled me a couple times, but I'm back. I remember the early days, bro, when we had fucking Bubba Trammell in the outfield, fucking that dude Buchanan or whatever his name was. All these like
James?
Sean Burrows.
You know, Sean Burrows was cool. I remember he was highly like, oh my god, they was highly touted. Fucking Khalil Green, Pinchy, Chase Headley, Arky Cienfuegos, like all these players.
That was my coach for a while.
Arky Cienfuegos?
Yeah, growing up. When I was 12, it was my travel ball team coach.
Nice.
Shout out Archie.
Big up Archie, bro. Kevin Kuzmanov. Like we went through a bunch of shit, bro. Top tier athletes.
But nothing compared to now.
Yeah, and it was hella quiet. Like you would have one guy talking shit in the outfield, and you would hear it. and you would hear it, dog. You would probably be at home watching the telecast as well on TV, and you could be like, hey, cállese, güey, dog. Le anda cagando palo al Brian Giles. Like, tell that fucker to shut up, dude.
He's out there,
And they're just talking shit, and I was like, oh my God, why are we the quietest stadium in the majors, bro? What the fuck? And then all of a sudden, you saw the wave just kind of changing. The tides just turning.
But when did that start? When AJ Preller came in?
As soon as Preller signed Machado. As soon as we picked him up and got him free agency.
I say it started when they signed Hosmer.
I get it.
People want to talk so much shit on Hosmer,
Nah.
but I feel like he was the one, first big name free agent that they signed. Or like, okay, the team's actually willing to spend money now.
Yes.
And I feel like that's when it started.
frivolously, irresponsibly, they spent that money. Big ups Hosmer.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
He's at a podcast now, still getting paid by the Padres.
Hey, that podcast is the shit, bro.
I like that
Dig in
podcast.
deep, BJ. Look at that one if you want to learn about baseball and shit. They have legit guests. He's got some good ass fucking guests on there, and he's good. I'm a Hosmer fan now. Not when he was with the Padres, not for blocking a fucking trade, but still, I'm a Hosmer fan now because he kills it. But as soon as Hosmer got signed, he's like, oh, and then Will Myers like, oh. And then Manny Machado. I remember when Manny Machado got signed, I was sitting in front of the Elwood listening to the Ben and Wood show. And I was just sitting down, just listening because I was a big fan. And they were flirting with the idea like earlier. I work at UPS, so in the morning I listen to the show on my head and my fucking AirPods. So I just kept listening to it. And I was like, I'm going to stick around because they're like,
They had that moment.
you like felt it. And then I forget who it was. Caesar, who fucking called it? Paulie, thank you. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Or some shit like that.
It's happening.
It's happening. And I was like, oh, wait, no mames. And I remember something. Pinche la piel. I was like, oh, we've signed Manny Machado. We signed Manny Machado. And I was like, I was there right in front of the Elwood. I went inside. I poured myself a little bucanita shot, celebrated. And I was like, good.
But a lot of the boomers didn't want him.
Doesn't matter what the fuck they want, dude. They'll all be long gone soon.
He had a bad rep at the time. But
Doesn't
I feel
fucking
like
matter. He was a gamer.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
He was a baller that we're getting in his prime.
Yeah.
From the Dodgers.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, from the fucking Dodgers. We took him from Big Brother, you know? And I remember being, this is it. My kids are going to get to witness a Padres team that I never did. My kids are going to get an opportunity to root for a Padres team that, you know, they'll have their ups and downs, but in the long run, it's going to be more up than down.
Before that, we didn't have a player that we could buy a jersey for because...
Adrian Gonzalez. And then he dipped on us, bro.
Yeah.
Then he dipped on us. But yeah, you're right. The 98 team was the shit.
Yeah.
But that was a long fucking gap between the fucking 98 team and then Woody Williams. You know, and fucking, you know, that was just crazy, bro.
That guy was good.
Manny,
And
Manny Machado's
he was
worldwide
good.
renowned now. Look at this.
What happened? Was there? Look at that, dude. Manny Machado, bro. You got motherfucking Japanese TV show impersonating Manny Machats, bro. And he's doing his thing. I remember watching this and I was like,
They weren't doing that with Khalil Green.
Woo! Give me the flip. No, look at it. Wow. Look at
And he's gone.
But it's true. That move, I feel like, catapulted us into national media.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, wait, the Padres are doing something. Then the
But
ridiculous
national
trade.
media hates us.
Good. You got to be the heel.
Yeah.
I'm in my villain era. I was telling Caesar the other day, I was like, hey, I'm in my bad guy era now, dude. I'm tired of fucking always being the nice guy and
too.
just being people's
I embrace
doormat
it.
and shit. And like, you know what?
You got to embrace it sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, it is what it is. And I feel like the Padres match our fucking city's attitude right now. Often overlooked. We're like a sleeping giant who's
we
finally
let
been
our play
awoken.
do the talking.
Yeah, and they talk a little shit.
And then when we do something good, hey, we're not afraid to show off. We're not afraid to celebrate. Yeah.
I'll always cheer a bases loaded 3-0 swinging green light, dude. Green light, my fucking star hitter. Made it happen, dude.
I hated Jay Stingler because he said he had a talk with Tatis because you don't do that.
Well, they had a talk about Jace Tingler on the Digging Deep podcast with Hosmer and Machado, and they didn't even call Tingler by name, I remember. They were just kind of, oh, remember that manager? And they were like, yeah. And they're all laughing. I was like, yeah. BJ, watch that podcast because that podcast will teach you a little thing about history and culture in the Padres system. Though. Like, I know you're fucking lacking it.
And every so often on the episode, they do little tidbits about the team, like behind the scenes, and like I
Those
love
are
that
the best
shit.
ones, bro.
Yeah.
Those are, you get to find out who the Pelos are, who likes each other, who doesn't like each other. And there was always drama, dog. I didn't know Bob Melvin and AJ Preller hated each other.
Yeah.
Like they fucking hated each other. And you're not going to be a successful franchise if your general manager has legit beef with the operating manager. Like, that's otro pedo, bro.
And that's content goldmine right there.
I could imagine, dude. You like AJ Preller.
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
He's not afraid to make a big move. Like he's failed. How many trades have not worked out for him?
There's a few.
But
getting rid of Trey Turner is at the forefront for
I
me.
can think of that when he traded for Nola. They gave like 4 or 5 prospects. When he traded for Clevenger,
Andre Munoz was on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that
yeah.
one
But
hurt.
like he's not afraid to make the big move. Like he got Soto. He traded Soto again.
Yeah.
So like to go from getting Soto, okay, this is not working. Now we're gonna trade Soto. That takes balls.
We lost the Nationals trade.
Yeah.
But we won the Yankees trade.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately the Soto acquisition was a wash. You know, yes, we lost James Wood, and I feel like that fool's going to be a beast. I feel like that fool has the opportunity to be a beast. CJ Abrams, I've seen the ups, I've seen the downs. Apparently my boy has a gambling problem, Jay. Big
Gotta
ups
vote for
CJ
you.
Abrams. Big ups CJ
What I
Abrams.
like
the fan of the show.
AJ Preller, he's not afraid to go into the jungle of Venezuela or
Yeah,
whatever.
bro.
He's a talent evaluator, and like I feel like when it comes to scouting, the players are the best.
Oh, top tier, bro.
Yeah.
Top tier. When you're always in constant conversations from, the
Signing the
international
#1.
free agent #1 prospect in conversations with the Padres. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're doing your jale. That's your job, to make sure you go out there and get these guys. But then we get situations with like Roki Saki that come in and we lose that, dude. But again, that's not on him. That's our internal ownership beefing that caused all of that.
You think
failure,
that's
dude.
what it was?
It's exactly what it was. Somebody was talking about it the other day. I think he was talking about it. They were interviewing, is it Sasaki or Saki?
Sasaki.
So they were interviewing Sasaki, and he's like, I just went with the Dodgers because I felt there was a better long-term with the organization with the Dodgers. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking punch in the gut to the Padres ownership. But I feel like they've turned it around. You want meme gold? You want content gold?
Dime.
The ownership right now, dude.
Hey.
They're all Dodger fans. They all grew up being fucking
I made a meme
Dodger
about
fans.
freaking the Dodger owners being like the Game of Thrones. Like, hey, they're not with us. They're technically against us.
Yeah.
But hey, Peter Seiler became a Padre fan. You can't expect his brothers
Yeah.
who are they were grandchildren of the Dodgers owner. Like
Yeah.
you can't expect.
What was
this
their
to
names?
change. The
McCourts?
grandpa was O'Malley.
O'Malley. Thank you very
But
much.
los nietos are Seidler.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, so there's like 5 Seidler brothers, and the other 2 are like, fuck that, dude. I'm staying with the Dodgers.
Yeah, they didn't want the other 2 passed on
Yeah.
it. They got offered that you wanted the control job.
Pues a ver qué pedo pasa, dog. A ver qué pedo. I'm excited.
It just makes me mad, man.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
You going opening day?
No, man.
Why not? You're not ready.
I don't have any money.
Sell a fucking meme. I don't know what it's. What's that one line that goes? Some
teach-
motherfuckers make millions. Motherfuckers make memes.
Tell me how to monetize.
I don't know. You're talking. Fuck. That's a whole. Monetizing is my second language, and I don't speak 2 languages like that. I only speak Spanish and English. That didn't make sense. So it won't make dollars. Dog.
Yeah, man, so-
You got to learn how to monetize.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just put enough content out there. It's not about. I realize it's not about quality. It's not about quantity. It's about quality.
Okay.
And I just feel like before, like I just had folders of memes and like organized everything. But I'm like, it gets to a point where like people like stuff, make it now in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull up a meme I made a few years ago and then try to apply it to now. Like, okay, what's happening now? Okay, I can pick this and this. Let me make something. And like before, I was using Microsoft Paint and Windows Movie Maker, and like I feel like you need to advance. You need to learn new skills, and like I feel like this has forced me to get Adobe and try to learn how to do video editing skills. So it's a lot that goes into it.
Damn, you're turning your hate into a passion. You're using your hate and your controversial memes into a learning experience.
My
bro.
hate for the Dodgers.
Yes. Fuck them all. I hate all of the teams. I hate all of the teams. I don't even hate their fan bases. It is what it is, bro.
I don't even hate the Dodger players. I just hate Dodger fans.
You hate Dodger fans, bro?
Yeah.
I can't hate my cousins.
I think they're more ignorant than Trump supporters.
This fucking guy wants to get canceled today, bro. Jesus Christ. The views expressed by Humberto alias El Humby do not necessarily represent Emo Brown and all of the things under the umbrella. They represent my dude over here, Padres
Disclaimer.
Raza memes, bro. The man who's on the brink of being canceled again. Shit.
Hey, can't get canceled if no one's paying attention. So
Damn. That's
someone's
true.
watching you.
Someone's always watching. That's true. Haters are going to be loud. Fuck, it is
many
what it is.
haters.
Who would make the playoffs?
Who makes the playoffs?
We make the
yeah,
playoffs?
definitely.
Sin duda.
Not to win the division, but don't make the playoffs.
We can't win the division, bro. Fuck. That scares me. Not being able to win the division is scary.
But let them have it. Let them get
Yeah.
comfortable. Let them get cozy and say, we haven't had a challenge in a few months.
I think it's weird that all of the victories, the World Series specifically, and all of their offseason victories that the Dodgers have had were still in Dodger fans' heads as Padres.
They just
fans.
won a World Series,
Yeah.
like their first real World Series
Yeah.
in 1998, but they can't
Yeah.
stop thinking about us.
Isn't that crazy?
but we're not a rival.
No, we're just their little brother down the street. No pasa nada. I will be at opening day. I will not be drinking because I made a pact until April 25th is when I can drink. So that day I will be smoking copious amounts of cannabis in order to cope with the Padres.
What's gonna happen on April 25th when you can drink?
I don't know, bro. I was
you
talking
planned
to
it
the
out
homie.
yet?
I don't think I'm gonna. I like old fashions. And las chelas, I'll have a beer so long as there's a tasty beer available at 3 Punkeos for your drinking needs. But I'll have an old fashioned at the Outwood. Probably the best old fashioned you'll get in all San Diego. Don't give a fuck. Don't DM me. Don't at me, dog. We have the best old fashioned. But that's probably what I'll have. I'll have a dinner and then I'll have an old fashioned, dude. I'm going to the Yankee series. Yeah, I just secured our stay out there, and I have a couple of tickets, flight tickets that I'm getting. I heard the best time to buy a flight is on a Tuesday.
I've heard that too.
So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and buy that flight, and then that's it. And we've got plugs for the Yankee game tickets. Pretty cool seats in the Padres section. So yeah, I know I'll wild out over there. I think I'm gonna save all of that energy and just go over there and just all of this positive energy that I've been emitting this last month. I'm gonna just flush it down the fucking toilet. Dude.
Turn that off for a
yeah,
day.
dude, we're gonna be negative as fuck. Dude. Oh man, have you ever been to a New York game?
New York, nah.
I did-
The only
hey.
stadiums I've been to, I think, Chicago Cubs. And
How was that?
It's nice, man. Chicago, I went during the summer and like purple, beautiful sunsets.
Hella romantic guy over here. Look at you, fool. Good on you. It
And
made eating
then,
a bratwurst very
the
sexy.
Phoenix one, Arizona. I saw when the World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
Mexico versus USA.
Were you there for the Canada game? Llegaron a putazos?
Nah, but
No?
I saw that was a pretty gnarly
Say
fight.
putazos. That's just another derivative of that word, dog. I'm just saying, though. You're never going to get rid of that word. It's crazy. I've been at New York fans. They're kind of cool with us because we're Padres. The one thing I kept hearing on the subway was like, what the fuck is a Padre? And in the back of my mind, I wanted to talk to your dad, bitch. And I was like, but I said, mejor no digo nada. Because then they'll probably stab me on the subway, dude. Subways are dangerous.
I've been to New York, but I haven't been to the Yankees.
You've been on them subways?
Yeah.
They're fucking dangerous, bro. I tell my wife, we got to go back to back, like just like this.
And if you notice that there's an empty cart, there's a reason why it's empty.
Un pinche maniac está allá adentro.
Or
bro. It's
like
don't go on that
smells like
cart.
shit or something.
Somebody's just in there parading with the knife. Like, I watch too many of these freaking little reels, and they're all about like living in New York. And
Those giant rats.
dude, New York is crazy right now. I can't wait to go over there. Go tell my wife. She's kind of scared to fly out there right now, but it is what it is. Humberto alias El Humby.
Yep.
Final thoughts. What do you got for us?
No, man, I appreciate you inviting me over here, man. Like, I just like it's me coming out of my comfort zone. Like the first time, like I think people don't really see my face on my meme page because I just have so many haters. Like, I
Do
don't
you
want-
really? I never would have thought. It's fucking.
I think my block is like over 1,000 right now. But what I do every season is I unblock everyone.
Okay.
Everyone gets a clean slate.
You heard it here first, game. You heard it
Open
here
season,
first.
let's go.
Game. Opening day is 12 days away.
So if you're blocked, you can talk shit on opening day going forward.
And then?
And then if you do something that I don't like this, then you get blocked.
What causes you to block them? What do they got to do?
You can't be attacking my followers, man. Yo defiendo la raza. Like,
All right.
if you can talk shit about the content or the Padres, but when you start attacking specific people, I'm like, hey, not right here.
All right, dog. Okay, so people can follow you at Padres Raza memes on Instagram.
And then I'm gonna be posting more content on YouTube, hopefully going
Okay.
forward.
You have a YouTube page.
Yeah, highlight videos, game recaps. So, like I said, I'm taking this seriously from now on. Like, I want to get out of my cubicle, man.
It's a shame you live in another country in Escondido, bro, because I would have you come down here and you can work here out of our studio and make
I'll
it
drive
happen.
down. I drive a Prius.
Perdón, dog.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, this is your home, and everyone that comes through, we'll definitely tap in with you as soon as the Padres season starts.
Should
and
get him
we'll
involved with the 999 challenge.
Oh, have you ever heard of the 999 challenge?
What's that?
Okay, so we did the 999 challenge last season. We've done it a couple times.
twice.
Yeah, but last season I feel like we took it serious. Yeah. 9 inning game, 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, 1 of each per inning.
What kind of hot dogs? Just
Regular.
plain?
We did
fucking
Nathan's.
Whatever you want.
Do you put anything on it?
Everything.
Relish.
Todo el pedo. No, I don't think we had relish. We just
did.
said, you had relish?
We still have it
then-
in the fridge.
Yeah, then
Bacon
who
wrap?
knows?
Anything?
No, calmate, güey. Este güey, shit. You're not on
Should
rebel,
have Chicago dogs over here.
We had, it was regular hot dogs. I think it was the Nathan's. We went kosher.
By the end, there was no condiments. We were just
No,
going.
bro, we were. So yeah, it's a fucking stretch. And then one of the homies who did it put up the lack of nutritional facts on what we did, and my wife caught wind of it, and she's like, "You're fucking ignorant. Why are you doing it? You're an idiot." And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh shit." That was a lot of
Took
bad
yourself to
stuff.
the brink
So
of
yeah,
death.
so
Did you
that's
hit a
what
wall?
that yeah, dude. I finished. I ain't no bitch, homie. I finished everything. And then that's where the contest started, like going to the gym and working out and doing. So now we've been doing that shit for like a year. Then June, right? It was like June, July. It was against the Red Sox. It was when
A morning game. We're so smart.
Nick Pivetta was throwing that game, and fucking the Padres just rallied on his ass, and we're like, hell yeah, this is sick. But yeah, drank a lot that day, ate a lot of hot dogs, and since June, July, I've been legit working out, and I've lost like I think now like over 20 pounds since that day. And so yeah, you gotta
That was
use
just the hot dogs.
Yeah, that was just, you gotta use your evil shit into good now, bro. So I don't lose bets. So I bet you won't come down here and do more podcasts for the Padres.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Ahí está.
Anytime you want to have me, I don't mind driving down. I like driving.
Yeah, but you work, dude. I heard you're like the fucking president's secretary or some shit, dude.
Oh man, fuck my job. I
Yeah,
don't care.
fuck my job. I don't care. You better monetize these shits then before that happens.
This is all I have, you know.
Yeah.
so-
Is your wifey family supportive of what you do now?
Yeah,
Yeah, they unmuted you finally?
yeah, they have to, I guess.
Yeah. I'm a big deal. Follow Humberto. Season is about to start. Padres Raza memes on Instagram. Follow him on YouTube. You're going to see him more and more down here now as the season progresses. Ladies and gentlemen, Humberto Cruz.